Firstly, there is Kant's idea of world republic. Kant regarded it as a world where liberty, equality, and fraternity are truly realized. In fact, he published his design of the Federation of Nations for Perpetual Peace in 1795 in the midst of the French Revolution. The intention of my lectures is to reaffirm the meaning of this. This is not a mere peace plan. Rather, it is concerned with the question of superseding the state or the capital nation state. At this point, I'd like to first talk about Hegel, who criticized Kant. In Hegel's opinion, the Kantian view is subjective moralism, which is doomed to fall into despotism like Robespierre in France. Moreover, in his view, the Federation of Nations that Kant advocated was nothing but a childish dream, since the international law or organization will not work in the absence of a hegemonic state that can punish the offender. According to Hegel's view, Napoleonic state at the end of the French Revolution would have to constitute the realization of liberty, equality, and fraternity. In Britain, this had already been realized in the constitutional monarchy. For him, for Hegel, that was its highest form. In other words, for him, there was no higher form beyond the capital nation state. Therefore, the end of history can be found here, in a double sense. It is natural that German philosophers after Hegel attempted to criticize Hegel. But it is not an easy task to do so. No matter how idealistic it may be, it is certain that Hegel dialectically grasped the relational structure of the three elements, whether liberty, equality, and fraternity, or a capital nation state. For instance, in the philosophy of right, Hegel positively acknowledged liberty in the civil society or market economy. He then proceeded to see the state or bureaucrat as reason, which resolved the inequality and contradiction brought by civil society's system of desire. And also, he saw fraternity in the nation as a communal sentiment to go beyond the contradictions of liberty and equality. Thus, Hegel grasped the capital nation state as a Trinitarian system without leaving out any element. Just like other left Hegelians, the young Marx began his work by criticizing Hegel, especially the philosophy of right. However, this was quite insufficient. Marx understood Hegelian civil society, that is capitalist economy, as infrastructure, and nation and the state as ideological superstructure. Then he assumed that resolution of the former would automatically resolve the latter. He made too little of state and nation. That is why the history of Marxism shows, the state and nation became the biggest stumbling blocks. Needless to say, this finally led to the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1990. The capital nation states prevailed in the world. As a result of this, Hegel's philosophy of right was somewhat revived. Today, one could draw anything from this work, from liberalism to nationalism, welfare state theories or theories of sovereign represented by Carl Schmitt, or even criticism toward any of these. It's not surprising that Francis Fukuyama, who is in line with the Hegelian philosopher Alexander Kojin, so Hegelian end of history in the series of events that occurred in 1989. Fukuyama's point boiled down to this. No matter what kind of friction or disturbance may occur, the capital nation state is an ultimate form. Of course, this conclusion is dubious. However, can we say that it is possible to overcome it? Now that attempts to do so has been repeated over again and miserably failed. It's simply claiming the necessity of going beyond this or denying this cannot prevent us from stumbling. What is necessary is a structural understanding of what the capitalist economy, nation, and state are and how they exist. Without that understanding, we'll be forced to accept the reality of capital nation state, which only makes us scornful of the idea. So in order to find the key to supersede capital nation state, we must not cling to the old recognitions which have already proven ineffective. Instead, we need to reread Hegel's philosophy of right. And this should be coupled with a rereading of Marx based on this perspective, also rethinking Kant's idea of the world republic that was derided by Hegel and Marx.